Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Chad Steingraber here posting this, guys. 14 straight days of XRP net outflows, and the price is still holding at $2.20. Last time it went 14 days on outflows. The price then reversed and went from 205 to 329 over 18 days. So take a look at this metric, okay? Net flows, okay, leaving XRP. This means money coming out of the cryptocurrency, 20.77 million. And the price is still holding. You know what that means, guys? XRP is resilient. It is holding up, and that is exactly what we want to see. This is XRP on the weekly here. Let me throw it on the hourly for you guys, and let me just pop that up there. So we do have it on auto. Actually, let me throw it on the daily here to show you guys how resilient XRP has actually been since we did see this initial pump to the upside. So XRP holding very strongly up above former resistance from back in 2021, which was $1.96. We did see XRP dip down in here back in early April, but now it is holding up. And even though we are seeing those net outflows, as per Chad Steingraber here, it has gone down a little bit. XRP price is currently, as of the time of this recording, sitting in and around $2.17 per coin. Even though we have seen money leaving, it has remained resilient and it has stayed up. It has held up within these levels. The other thing that Chad points out here, and I'm not holding my breath. Last time it went 14 days on outflows. The price then reversed from 205 to $3.29. So just for fun, if we were to take 205 to $2 or $3.29, is it $3? Yeah, $3.29. That would bring us up about 60%. So if we did see another increase of 60% for XRP, it's not too much different from where we are today. 60% would bring us around 347, which is pretty much very, very close to the most recent all-time high that we saw. Where am I going here? Right in here. So back in January 2025. So guys, we're getting very close. Maybe we will see some meaningful activity. President Donald Trump has also noticed that the crypto market was much stronger than the strong market during this recent crash. Listen to this.
I want crypto. I think crypto is important because if we don't do it, China's going to. Mm-hmm. And it's new. Mm-hmm. It's very popular. Mm-hmm. It's very hot. If you look at the market, when the market went down, that stayed much stronger than other aspects of the market. But I want crypto because a lot of people, millions of people want it. I don't know if you know that Biden went after it violently, and then before the election, he changed his tune entirely. His head of the SEC, everybody changed their tune. You know why? Because there were hundreds of millions of people that are participating in crypto, and they wanted to get their votes.
That is very true. We know the track record of the Biden administration changing gears when they realized, oh yeah, there's, I guess, a big crypto contingency out there that we're alienating by making these stupid rules. Anyway, Donald Trump has his thumb on the pulse, and he's realizing cryptocurrency is here to stay. Of course, May 5th is today, guys, if you're watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it, and it is also the deadline for the Treasury Secretary to deliver an evaluation for establishing and managing the strategic Bitcoin reserve as mandated in Trump's March 6th executive order. So that is something else that I'm going to be paying attention to within 60 days of this date. The Secretary of the Treasury shall deliver an evaluation of the legal and investment considerations for establishing and managing the strategic Bitcoin reserve and the digital asset stockpile. So not just Bitcoin, but also the digital asset stockpile, including the accounts in which the strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States digital asset stockpile should be located, and need for any legislation to operationalize any aspect of this order or the property management and administration of such account. So hopefully we do get a word about that. Maybe that will be the next catalyst to get some of these cryptocurrencies moving higher. I don't know. I guess we will have to see. And for more information on where I think this market's going to go, you guys can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It's going to be an interesting year ahead. The next few months, we're going to see more pumps. We are going to see more retracements, and you guys have to be prepared. I hope you have a plan over there at patreon.com. I'm going to be re-releasing the plan that I've been talking about for about a year and a half now. So gonna refresh the Patreon subscribers with some updates. For all that and more, you can just navigate to patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Donald Trump realizes the importance of cryptocurrency, the strategic digital asset stockpile. And guys, it's going to be these cryptocurrencies that have value, that solve real world problems. I think the proof is in the pudding when we see Ripple Markets, LLC, posting all their money transmitter licenses. This courtesy of Chad here on Twitter. check this out. He basically does say you either have a money transmitter license or you don't. And this is from Ripple Markets DE LLC. So Ripple, or a subsidiary of Ripple Labs, is putting this out here. Look at all these money transmitter licenses for all these different U.S. states: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Delaware, District of Columbia, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri. We got Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So it's not every single state, but we are on the right track. Many of these states do already have and have secured a money transmitter license. So using XRP in the United States is becoming a reality. And if you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. I was highlighting DTCC's Dan Doney. He was basically giving us a timeline for real-world adoption to tokenize over DTCC. I do suggest you watch it. Some pretty good insight there from Dan Doney, one of the creators of a new patent that was just released by DTCC that is going to leverage XRP and Hedera HBAR. Anyway, I wanted to keep moving along, guys. Zilmoney, which is a Ripple partner, they are now SOC 2 compliant. So even Ripple partners are realizing, okay, we need to play the game to maintain our relevance in this system. So Zilmoney, which is the company was onlineCheckWriter.com. So they're powered by Zilmoney. They now hold a SOC 2 System and Organization Control 2 certification, reinforcing their ongoing commitment to data security, privacy, and operational integrity. Some of the features can be seen down here. So data security, obviously, verifies the company's strict protocols for protecting user and financial data. Compliance readiness supports customers in regulated sectors by meeting top-tier compliance standards. Customer trust strengthens confidence amongst users, partners, and enterprise clients. We've got scalability also. They open the doors for partners with larger institutions that require the SOC 2 compliant vendors. And operational assurance ensures consistent service quality, risk mitigation, and performance monitoring. And so this is what the SOC 2 certification is. And I just thought I'd let you guys know that Zilmoney, another Ripple partner here, is now SOC 2 compliant. That just means more enterprise-grade utility for XRP down the road. Another Ripple partner, Geos Swift, has integrated with Visa Direct to expand cross-border payout capabilities. So Visa, of course, can utilize XRP through the Earthport connection. And now Geos Swift, guys, they're a Canada-based Ripple partner and cross-border payment service provider. They've just announced their integration with Visa into their international payment platform. So Visa Direct enables fund transfers to over 140 countries and territories. Through this integration, Geos Swift will initially support payouts in 32 countries and territories across 13 currencies, covering key markets, and the key markets in the Asia Pacific, North America, Europe, and the Middle East, with plans to expand further. And here's a quote, guys. At Geos Swift, our vision has always been to deliver borderless payment solutions to our customers. Our partnership with Visa enhances our global reach, empowering our customers to achieve their business goals more effectively on a global scale. Down here it says Geos Swift has operated in the cross-border payment space for over 2 decades, supporting a range of use cases, including business-to-business payments, education fees, e-commerce remittances, and travel payments. And, my guess is they want to expand further if they're using Visa Direct to expand for cross-border payout capabilities. Chances are, a lot of these companies are aiming to do more. Their vision, their business plan, their expansion plans, it's always a lot larger once you've integrated with a DLT solution like Ripple's XRP. So chances are this is what they're gunning for. Anyway, some great news there, both from Zilmoney and Geos Swift. We are seeing it before our eyes, guys. Here's an IMF panel from a couple of years ago, something that I wanted to just remind you of. The switch to tokenization is happening right now. So, we had to get through a lot of the teething pains before we were able to get to where we are today. In this clip, just reminding you of where we've been, where the IMF was seeing tokenization going at that time. And now, guys, it's happening.
And what you're doing is we're putting together a process framework, a governance framework for banks to tokenize their asset on this network. For example, you can tokenize from money market fund to bonds, to equities, to deposits, and put that representation on the network and allow it to move between two parties. Today in Singapore, almost close to a dozen banks are already personalizing their asset on the network. Standard Chartered Bank just announced, I think few months back, they're tokenizing their trade receivables. UBS is tokenizing their money market fund. JPM is tokenizing their deposits. So you can see that switch is happening already. And from a market efficiency perspective, you are dramatically reducing the operational processes out of the system. So we feel that without going into the complex definition of what token is from a legal standpoint or from an academic standpoint, I look at it as pure a tech delight, complete tech delight. You take that piece of asset, put it in the network, where you can mix two things, the value of the asset and ownership of the asset into a single piece of token. And if I can get the network governed properly, you can move the asset among ourselves without the need for people to reconcile between databases. That's what is happening in Singapore.
And we've been continuing on this track for a couple of years since this presentation here from back in 2023. So wanted to thank Smoke for that. It's happening fast and furiously. Ripple partner Finastra is even saying it, guys. For the first time in history, now all payments are moving to digital. Listen to this.
I think the real issue that we have here is it's a very profound change that we're going through. And it's a great time to be in payments because there's never been a time before in our industry where we've moved from analog payments, because that's what everything has been before, to digital payments. And instant payments around the world are pretty much all now being deployed as digital instant payments. And that makes a huge, huge difference. And I think, therefore, that paradigm is probably the most important thing. We talk about instant payments, but actually, if you juxtapose the two, we're really talking about the move from analog, as I say, to digital. And that is the most profound piece.
That is the most profound piece. So for those of you guys who do not remember, back in 2019, Ripple did bring blockchain technology to Finastra's banking customers. And that was a discussion presented by Finastra again from a couple of years ago. But again, I just wanted to bring it back to DTCC in 2025. This is a small fraction of what's at stake here. Subjective Views posting this. The DTCC is just one of many CSDs globally. So, now 2 years later, although they were, this was an introduction, okay, back then, Finastra was talking about it, a Ripple partner. The IMF obviously has been discussing this for a very long time now. But this again, Dan Doney, another clip from this Zoom call, it is going to be humongous. The quantity, the liquidity is going to be huge. Quadrillions of dollars of transactions are currently working towards tokenizing approximately $100 trillion of assets.
The CEO, Frank LaSalle, and the board had foresight that, hey, this is a disruptive technology that can fundamentally change the way we do business. We need to harness it, that technology. So they acquired Securrency not as the only technology, but as a foundation, especially a foundation for how you do regulated assets, on which we could blend together the other technologies, distributed ledgers, smart contract frameworks, tokenization frameworks, to create a coherent marketplace. So they were forward-leaning in that model. As I mentioned to you, the one right to win that DTCC has in this model is we are the record keeper for quadrillions of dollars of transactions, but for fundamentally assets under record, approximately $100 trillion worth of assets. So unilaterally, without the need to engage anyone else, we can actually make it possible to tokenize $100 trillion worth of value. No one else can do that efficiently. So we have both a right and a responsibility to do that effectively for the financial markets, because it unlocks so much among those things that it unlocks. So we're building out those rails to do that, to make it so that parties can, within seconds, convert any traditional holding into token form.
You heard it here, guys. Dan Doney of DTCC saying $100 trillion of assets being tokenized, and it's their responsibility to do it and to do it right. So, when we hear about the Strategic Crypto Reserve, that stockpile of cryptocurrencies that the US government is keeping on side, they are not just collecting any types of cryptos. It's going to be these types, guys. XRP at the forefront, but that's just my opinion. And for more information on where I think this market's going to go, follow me at patreon.com/workingmoney channel. We are in the home stretch. And if you guys haven't checked it out already, the Working Money Channel merch store is back up with some brand new designs. Check it out. I think this is one of my favorite here, the Bearable Guy chocolate brown hoodie. Link is in the description of the video if you guys are interested. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.